Dude, this is getting emotional. This should be day 6. Last day. It's just last day. Okay. Last day. Dude, really this game is gonna make me cry. I'm gonna cry at the end of this game. Yeah, great weather again today, and it looks really bright compared to the other days. This is the last day to look around Japan. Akira said she'd take me out to Yokohama. Okay, let's make the most of my last day here. So this is the end of the series too. This is really emotional. Which game we're going to play next? Maybe I'll turn the music down again. It's a little bit loud again. There we go. Okay, so are you ready to head out? Yeah, completely ready, Akira-chan. Okay then, let's start. In Shichionen. Akira, you look really sleepy. Are you okay? Maybe she was nervous. Maybe Akira-chan was really nervous about going out with me today, so she's kind of like a little bit tired this morning. Ah, sorry, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But you really don't look well. Do you think you might be coming down with something? If it's too much of a bother, you don't have to take me out today. Are you saying you don't want to go with me? No, no, Akira-chan, that's not it. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just that if you're sick, I don't want to. And that's why I said I'm fine and not to worry about it, right? That's true, but anyway, let's get going. We want as much time as possible to look around, right? Yeah, we do. I know she said she's fine, but I wonder if that's true. This last week, she's gone out with me so often, done so much, and she's just got back from Kyoto. I wonder if all this activity is catching up with her. Yeah, well, too many kind of short nights in a row, like short amounts of sleep, like 6 hours of sleep over the course of a week, can really build up, like it can really wear you out. By the way, how much do you know about Yokohama? Not very much, really. Not much? Well, to tell you the truth, until you asked me yesterday, you could say I didn't know anything about it at all. I see. So sorry. You don't have to apologize, but it's like I lied to you. It's kind of like we lied to her. We were like, yeah, sure, let's go Yokohama. Like, we know everything about Yokohama. I told you not to worry about it. It means all my hard work wasn't in vain. Huh? Nothing. Ah! Maybe the reason that she's tired is because she was up all night last night studying about Yokohama. Because she always wants to impress us. That's like Akira's thing. She's not as easygoing and relaxed as Motoko. Motoko's just kind of not dumb because she's knowledgeable. Like she speaks 2 languages and stuff, but she's kind of just seems like dopey. Like she doesn't really bother too much about anything. Whereas Akira-chan's like really wants to make a good impression and really wants to do her best all the time, and she gets really depressed when she doesn't. Like if you've seen the last episode on the train back from Kyoto, she's really depressed when she gets compared to her sister. She always wants to make the best impression. And nothing, just talking to myself. Speaking of which, you don't know where Yokohama is, do you? No, embarrassingly enough. It's next to Tokyo. It's a harbour town in Kanagawa Prefecture. So it's not in Tokyo. I guess it must be pretty far. Nothing to worry about. It may be one prefecture over. You can still get there directly from a large station like Tokyo or Ikebukuro, and it doesn't take long at all. It can't be more than 30 minutes from either station. I see. I guess it would take longer to go to places within Tokyo. That requires a lot of changing trains, huh? Yep, that's right. Anyway, I'll save the detailed description of Yokohama for after we get there. So let's go on the train to Yokohama. It's cost us like €5, which you can translate yourself into dollarinos, but I think that's like $10. We probably use our prepaid switcher card, prepaid like travel card, which is kind of like a Metro card or an Oyster card if you live in Britain. This is Yokohama. I've clicked the little Google Maps button in the bottom right. Yeah, Yokohama. It's a pretty cool place, I guess. Traditional buildings. The buildings don't look Japanese. There's the Yamate Museum I can look at here and some other stuff. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place. Okay. Oh wait, what did she say? I just skipped that by accident. She said, yes, this is one of Yokohama's most famous tourist spots, Harbour View Park. And you can see the little benches that this guy's sitting on. They're kind of like sideways benches. See, you can see the whole city from up here. That's a beautiful bridge as well. Look at that big bridge. I wonder if we can see the Minato Mirai 21 from here. Minato Mirai? It's an amusement park. It has Japan's tallest building, the Landmark Tower, and a big Ferris wheel called Yokohama Cosmo World. Anyway, it's kind of like the heart of Yokohama. It's strange, we should be able to see Yokohama Harbour. Ah, isn't that the harbour over there? See, there's boats docking. Ah, you're right, that means the harbour that the park overlooks. Oh, come on, what an annoying name. Akira? What's wrong, Akira? That's right, I haven't told you about Yokohama yet. She's getting so flustered and worked up because she's trying to, like, remember stuff that she's read, like, last night. Oh, did I break the recording there? So she's getting really worked up because she's trying to remember stuff. This place, Yokohama, was an itty bitty fishing village 150 years ago. Small? This place? Yeah, there were less than 100 houses here. It was that small. 100 houses? How did it get to be such a big city in such a short time? Well, because American ships came. American? Until then, Japan was in a period called the Sakoku, in which trade with most countries was forbidden. But in and then she's trying to remember, 1863, an American named Admiral Perry came to Japan to open our borders. The Sakoku came to an end, and Yokohama was chosen as the vanguard of trade with other countries. In other words, it was a window for foreign trade. Afterward, Yokohama turned from a sleepy fishing village to a town filled with cutting-edge foreign culture overnight. And within a mere 150 years, it became the huge city you see today. That's kind of true in Britain. If you look at like a Google Map satellite image of Britain, you can see that all the towns that are close to water, places like Edinburgh, Sheffield, London, like those are all the places that became big cities. There aren't a lot of big cities in the centres, other than Glasgow is obviously the biggest one. Sorry, I was blowing my nose. Yeah, you could say that Japan's modernisation began right here in Yokohama. When Yokohama became a foreign trade port, this whole area was designed to cater to foreigners. So they built a lot of Western style buildings in this area and it became a big tourist spot. Western style, huh? That's what I was saying when I was looking at the Google images. Like, I'll link in that part, and you just need to click left and right arrows and you can see everything. All you need to do. So this is, I'll call it modern buildings. Modern buildings for Nippon video. Yep. So, yeah. Western style buildings. Yeah, anyway, as long as we're here, you want to take a look around. Yeah, I think so. So in the little thing that I'm going to link in, if you click left and right, you can actually see that most of the buildings do look Western. They kind of actually look a little bit like German buildings, but they have Japanese roofs, and then the lanterns, like the street lanterns, the stone ones, those are kind of traditional Japanese looking things. This area is called the Yamate Chiku in Japanese. In English, I think you would call it Yamate Burahu? Burahu? I bet she means bluff. And because people from consulates for European countries like England and France lived here, it became an upper-class residential district. Okay, so it's upper-class place. See? Do you see all the adorable houses? Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. It's really strange having all these European-style houses in the middle of Japan. But from our standpoint, it doesn't seem that strange at all. But right now, I'm more worried about... Yeah, she's getting awfully tired. She's fallen asleep too. How unwell Akira-chan's looking since this morning. She looked exhausted the whole train ride, and yeah, we're asking her if she's okay. And she's like, I'm fine, why do you ask? It's just you look completely exhausted. Hey, if you're really tired, you don't have to force yourself. And she's like, I told you, I'm fine, I'm not tired at all. She actually, like, she's just closed her eyes, and I think she's been up studying all last night, trying to learn as much about this place as she can so that she can teach us all, but it's like, she doesn't need to impress us. She's already impressed us enough by, like, I don't know, episode 16 of this series. I was basically going to choose Akira-chan anyway if I got the choice. The game seems to have partially chosen for me because I only have made 2 decisions, I believe, but both of them have led me to the Akira ending, I think. Anyway, let's keep going to the next destination. I'll just have to keep my eye on her. Yeah, we do. We have to keep our eye on her. Like, we don't want her falling asleep in the middle of Japan. I'll link to this place too. I'll link to this place too. This place looks cool. I'm gonna link to that. I know that that's kind of annoying whenever I say this, but like, when I'm recording these things, I have to basically like, make sure and save all of these files. Why isn't this thing? There we go. That should be okay. I might edit that part out, but I was just saying that I'm going to have to put a link into this place too, because the little show photo button in the bottom right links straight through to Google Maps where you could actually see a street view of this area. So Chinatown, wow, that's amazing, you got it right off the bat. I think it would be obvious for anyone looking at it. Yeah, it does look like Chinatown. Chinatown, like, compared to Japan, it's a lot of red and gold things, and it's a lot more over the top, I think you would call it. And the writing is obviously Chinese letters. I don't think that's Japanese. I think I can basically tell the difference between Korean, Chinese and Japanese while looking at it, even though I can't speak any. I'm getting awfully tired, sorry, I've recorded a lot today. And like, I'm working right now 60 hours a week. No wait, 56 hours a week, but it's like 60 hours on site. So yeah, I'm pretty tired right now. It's the weekend, I've been recording all day. I've been planning some stuff for Sanctum, so sorry about like the tiredness. The Chinatown in Yokohama is said to be Japan's biggest, alongside the ones in Nagasaki and Kobe. It does seem pretty big for Chinatown. Right, originally this area was a settlement for Europeans who came to trade here. I see. So how did it end up as a Chinatown? You've been listening. Because when Japan opened her doors, there weren't many people who spoke foreign languages, so the Europeans would bring Chinese people with them, since they could communicate with Japanese in writing. They say there are, those Chinese people lived... What the hell? What does it say? They say the area where those Chinese people lived became the basis for this Chinatown, but back in those days the Europeans still outnumbered the Chinese in this area. All that changed in 1920, 1923, I think. There was a terrifying earthquake called the Great Kanto Earthquake. Holy shit, I didn't know about that. 140,000 people died. Wow. Like, that's a lot of people. Like, if you think about modern earthquakes, even in modern earthquakes, they're probably the same size as that earthquake, but because our buildings are better, because our search and rescue teams and our doctors are so good, like, that would be devastating if this happened, like right now, 140,000 people. That would be absolutely devastating. It's the greatest disaster in Japanese history. Yeah, I fucking bet. That's a lot of people. That must have been like a lot of damage as well. Like, that takes a lot of coming back from. The damage was so bad, people were even thinking of moving the capital to somewhere else. If that happened, Tokyo wouldn't have become the city it is today. Anyway, the Great Kanto earthquake caused a lot of foreigners in this area to go back to their home countries. I need to cough again. The ones who inherited it were the Chinese. In the years that followed, the region developed into the big Chinatown we see today. Yeah, hey, do you know Sunbun? Sunbun? I think you call it Sun Yat-sen in English. What? Oh, Sun Yat-sen. We studied him in history class. We have a Chinese, he was a Chinese revolutionary, right? Yes, a revolutionary. They say that after when Akira tries to speak English, she says things like twice, and neither of them make sense to me. Like Sun Yat-sen, I'm like, what the fuck is she trying to say? And then it's like, yeah, Sun Yat-sen. She means like a guy that I've never heard of. Yes, a revolutionary. They say that after he was exiled, he spent some time here in this town and continued his revolutionary work. Wow, I didn't know that. Anyway, one of the highlights of Yokohama Chinatown is Kantai Byu. Kantai? Yeah, it's a byu. Venerating one of China's famous military generals. A byu? A byu is where you worship ancestors or other great people. I think you call it a mausoleum. Mausoleum. It's mausoleum is the word she's looking for. Yeah, you mean a mausoleum. So Kantai was the name of a really strong general who lived in China in 200 AD. He had a really long beard and he was renowned for his sense of duty, not just in China but in Japan as well. Have you ever read San Goku Shi? I think it's translated in English under the title The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Ah yes, I've never read it, but I know of it. They use it a lot as a motif in anime, right? Right. The General Kanu that you see in those animes is the Kantai Venerate here. This isn't making a lot of sense. Right, but my image of Kanu is totally as a girl. That tells me a lot about your anime viewing habits. The game got so confusing talking about generals and stuff, and I was like, dude, I don't understand any of this. And now it's like, she's calling me a pervert, and I'm just, oh god. I'm sorry, but Akira-chan's just so cute, and when she like calls you a pervert, you just can't help but just burst out laughing. And he's like, that's how you do that noise, the NGH, it's yeah. By the way, the building only dates back to the 40s, but the site itself is over 150 years old. Yeah, obviously dates back to when the trade routes opened in 1920 is what she said, so like 30 years after that when the trade routes were established and the Chinese translators were coming over, yeah, that makes sense. In other words, Kanu-san has been protecting this area for 150 years. So he's like a protective spirit, and she's like, yeah, that's right, there's a protective ghost, there's nothing weird about that. As long as we're here, would you like to pay tribute? Sure, let's go and fucking pay tribute to this guy that's been protecting this place as a ghost. This area really feels like a total Chinatown. So many Chinese restaurants, see? And all these odd little shops up and down the street. I see. Hey, look at that one. It's full of cute little trinkets. I think we should buy Akira-chan a cute little trinket. It is. I've never seen anything like these. It's amazing. And she's like, isn't it? That's what I said a lot. There are really lots of Chinatowns all over the world. There are reasonable Chinese restaurants even in my town. I mean, it's not that I hate Chinatowns or I'm bored or anything, I'm really worried about Akira. She does look so tired. Look at her little face. I'm grateful to her for explaining so much to me, but she really does seem less energetic than usual. She's not smiling or getting mad at me the way she usually does. I really feel like she's forcing it. Aye, kind of like I'm forcing recording these episodes right now because I'm fucking tired. Yeah, what's that? That delicious smell wafting through the air. Want to eat, Akira? It will be my treat. And she's like, she actually fell asleep. Oh, she's actually fell asleep. That's adorable. Oh yeah, of course I heard it. Where was I? You were talking about Chinatown and the shops. Ah, right, yeah, I was talking about the number of shops. Yeah, I know all about that. I think Akira is definitely... That's it. There are over 600 stores in Chinatown and almost 250 of them are Chinese restaurants. There's so many, I bet it's hard to decide which one to pick. Speaking of food, I think I'm getting a little hungry. Hey, it's about that time, let's get something to... What, you're not hungry at all? It's not that, it's just maybe it's time we went home. What, you're not having fun? Oh god, we've kind of put a dampener on this part of the evening. That's not it, it's not that at all, it's just what? I really think you're under the weather today, Akira. I think it's best if we just get home. It's probably true. We really should like go home with Akira and just like, I don't know, snuggle up on the couch beside. No, dude. Oh, God. Why am I saying such dirty fucking things playing this game? Like, that's not even dirty, but you know what I mean. Right, there's no point in pushing yourself so much, you can get sick. And she's like, I said I'm fine. She's like, all huffy, look at her little pouty face. I told you, I'm just fine. But, don't but me, if I said I'm fine, I'm fine. We're having a little argument here. Akira's getting really mad. By the same token, if you're bored, just say you're bored. If so, I'm not bored, Akira-chan. That's not it. Can I really say that I wouldn't have preferred that we go somewhere else, at least a little? Or maybe that I'm thinking is, if we'd gone somewhere else, I could have seen more of Akira's expressions. I... This is senpai. This is getting a bit romantic now. Yeah, you didn't say anything. That means you're bored. No, that's not it. That's not it at all, Akira-chan. It's just Akira-chan. She's like, I get it. I get what? You want to go home? Then fine, go home. No, Akira-chan. I didn't say I wanted to go home, Akira-chan. Let's turn the music up a little bit. I'll do it. I'll do all like the white text, which is obviously the player character or me. I'm gonna do all of his lines in my best crying voice. No, no, I didn't say I wanted to go home. And she's like, yeah. Then, like you said, I'm not feeling well, so I'll go home. Is that what you want? It's not like that at all. It's not like that at all, Akira-chan. And she's like, and once I'm gone, you can go wherever you want. I'll go home, just like you want, so... Wherever I want, by myself? Well, you think I'm boring, don't you? Then I'll stop wasting your time. It's your last day and you want to go somewhere more fun, don't you? So I'm going. Akira! Akira! Tetsuo! Oh god. Wait, Akira, wait! Hey, Akira! Akira, please! She actually went back on the train. Dude, I feel so bad right now. Akira-chan, please! Okay, so in the next episode, we're going to be chasing after Akira. I'm going to end this episode on a cliffhanger. I hate to do this, but the episode's going to be long, so let's cut it short here. And maybe next time, maybe it's the end of the episode, maybe it's the end of the series, maybe this is the pre-finale. So join us next time on Go Nippon, and we'll see what happens. We'll see the dramatic conclusion.